in West Ham v Leicester. Okay, I didn't even think it was watch long or something. All right. And we are live. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. West Ham v Leicester preview, the big match. If last week's game was big, this one is bigger and better, and hopefully we can bring the 3 points. Well, we are in the London Stadium tomorrow, but hopefully we can, get them from our own stadium and against a very good Leicester side who are placed above us in the league at the moment in third. Now, Leicester fan here, Eaton Fitz. How are you doing, Eaton? Man, another Irish fan here. I hope you're doing well. Leicester are in a very good place in the league this season. Do you think you can hold on to this fourth place, the top four, we'll say, this season? And if so, what's changed from last season, do you reckon? What makes you feel more confident if you are?
Oh yeah, Connor, mate. I think we're in a good position if we beat you. We'll be on around 59 points, so I think we'll be clear and stay in the top four. What's different for us this year is I just think the absence of Liverpool this year have increased our chances, and our attacking football has been very good, scoring a lot of goals. Our defence has been more solid, less injuries. All those factors combined to get us where we are this season.
Well, yeah, I mean that's been a big positive, I think, for Leicester this season. When like us, I think in a way, when you've had we haven't been bothered too much with injuries a bit now, but everyone that's came in has done a good job. And but I think you're missing Ricardo Pereira. James Justin came in and he did well before getting injured. You had Vardy, who was off form and for a while, and then Iheanacho ended up coming in and doing a really big job. Harvey Barnes, being a really key threat this season. You had the likes of Sancho, who I think is out tomorrow because of COVID, and then you had the likes of Evans or Fofana coming in, who's been an absolute rock at the back for Leicester this season. Big shout out to him. What do you think Leicester's biggest threat is tomorrow against this West Ham team?
I would say, you know what? I'd say Maddison. This season, 8 goals, 5 assists. I think he's a very creative player. And Vardy with his 12 goals. I think Maddison and Vardy will cause a lot of threats to the West Ham defence tomorrow, especially without Rice.
Yeah, that's a big battle because a lot of people do compare that midfield trio. You got Ndidi, Tielemans, and Maddison, and then versus the Souček and Rice really. How do you compare both midfields? What does that Leicester midfield add that some Leicester fans would say is better than the West Ham midfield?
Well, I think defensively it's probably better than the West Ham. And I just think all round it's better than West Ham's midfield, if I'm honest with you. I think Maddison is better than Lingard. I think Tielemans box to box is better than Declan Rice, and indeed he's probably the best CDM in the league.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. It is very close to them, and I suppose that was the player I did miss actually on there, Jesse Lingard. What is this like? Every game he's had an impact in pretty much so far, with about I think 6 or 8 goals and 2 assists in these games. It's a really brilliant return for a fella that hasn't played in such a long time. How worried are you for him tomorrow? And do you feel confident you can stop him?
Yeah, it's always difficult when you're playing a player who's banging form and his confidence is high, but I think defensively we're really good, so yeah, I think we can deal with him even though he's a very good player.
Yeah, that's true. Again, on that, we spoke there about Lingard's threat tomorrow. Is there any other West Ham players or any side to West Ham's style of play that maybe you'd be very worried about West Ham? Because I remember we played you back in the King Power back in September, and we beat you in that game 3-0. And a lot of our game our plan, I think, that day, Antonio, who will be a big loss tomorrow. But we played lovely counter-attacking football, and we swung balls into the box. Antonio for that first goal got a good header, and then from there we just hit you in the counter every time. What aspect of West Ham's play tomorrow do you think West Ham can hurt Leicester the most at?
I'm gonna be honest, Connor, mate. Whenever Souček's in box, it worries me because you get a lot of box, and Souček can do damage from those balls. He's very good at getting goals with his head, and I think he can be a threat tomorrow.
And yeah, I think he's going to be a threat tomorrow.
Yeah, Souček is a really big threat. I think he adds that, defensively and offensively, and that's a real big thing that we've been lacking for years and he's quality midfielder like that. I suppose another one as well that we kind of have is, the two fullbacks. Masuaku coming back was a huge bonus to us last week, getting an assist in his first game back, against Wolves. And, a bit suspect defensively. He'd probably be against Perez, I'm going to say, tomorrow if he starts. And I have a fact actually here with Perez. He scored more goals than any other Leicester player, or more goal contributions than any other Leicester player against West Ham. As I said, than any other in our recent meetings. So he'll be a key player to watch tomorrow. And then, of course, the other side of the defence, Vladimir Koufal, who made his debut in the Premier League for West Ham back in September. And what a debut he had. He's got a clean sheet, an assist, and we really, he gave Harvey Barnes a tough time on that left-hand side. So that'll be a really interesting, tie tomorrow. Where do you think the game will be won and lost? Would you say the midfield?
I'd say the defence, Connor. I think there'll be a lot of attacking play, and I think whichever defence deals with the attack better will win the game, because both very good teams. I think the game will be won in the defence.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a really fast-flowing, counter-attacking game tomorrow. Before we move on, I suppose, to maybe the starting 11s and all that, talk me a bit through Leicester's, I suppose, injury crisis or who's available and not tomorrow. Who'd you? I hear Madison's back. What about Barnes and all that? Would you explain who's looking to be available?
Yeah, Barnes is not available tomorrow. I don't think so. I think our attack will consist of Madison, Vardy, and Iheanacho, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, and is that Sancho as well?
Yeah, I think so, Connor, mate. Not confirmed, but I think
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle. Yeah, so let's move on, I suppose, to what we predict and that starting 11 tomorrow. Maybe do a quick combine between the both of us as usual. So, in combined, who's goalkeeper for you? Fabianski or Schmeichel?
Schmeichel.
Yeah, I would. I think Fabianski is very underrated this season. Good goalkeeper, good international. I think Schmeichel is very underrated, and he's a big leader back there. I think he's just a very good goalkeeper. On left back, it's Cresswell or who is your left back?
Amati, Castagna.
Yeah, we'll go Mary. I don't think Castagna is going to be more of a left back. I give Cresswell, though, in general, I think he's been most assists for defender this season. I think Cresswell gets it anyway. What would you say?
Yeah, Cresswell definitely for me. Great player.
On the right back role, we've got Vladimir Koufal or Ricardo Pereira. Now, Pereira, before we knew about Koufal, I think. But on form this season and consistency, we go Koufal, I think. I think it's right. So you're going Pereira, are you?
I'd say Ricardo Pereira for me, to be honest. Last 2 years has been amazing.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, but what about this season?
Yeah, but Connor, mate, he's been injured.
Exactly.
He's way better.
All right, we'll agree to disagree. All right. Next one. Now we got two centre back pair. Now I'm hearing Ogbonna's back tomorrow, so let's put Ogbonna in right with Dawson. Those two, and then for Leicester, it could be anyone really, but we'll go your main one. I would say Fofana and Johnny Evans. I'm thinking tomorrow, considering Sancho's out for COVID. Who we putting in there? For me, I'd go Fofana, and I'd go Ogbonna. But Dawson could be in a shot as well. And even Evans, it's a really interesting battle of the two centre halves. What would you say?
Yeah, Connor, mate, I'd go for Fofana and Ogbonna. Perfect centre back there.
Yeah, I think it's a fair enough one. I think that'd be a very interesting partnership. In the midfield, I think we go for a flat three really in there. Well, an attacking three. The two CDMs now it's between Noble and Souček, considering Rice's absence, and they're up against Tielemans and Ndidi. Now, I would go here with Souček and Ndidi, but I rate Tielemans highly. What would you go for me?
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Connor. Sue Chicken and DV, yeah, I'd agree with that.
That's fair enough. And in the cam role, I mean, between Lingard and presuming Madison's back him, what would you go for there?
Well, I'd say Madison for the last 2 years and even this season, Madison has been amazing. 8 goals and 5 assists. He's been probably one of our best players this season.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a bit sore here, to be honest, because what I've seen this season is from Madison's been very good, but from Lingard in the last few games, it's hard to turn down. But I've a plan on my sleeve for Lingard in a few minutes that might get him in as well. So I'm picking Madison here. On the left hand side, it's between I'm not going to really put Benrahma because he's not really starting for us. So we're going to put Pablo Fornals in there, be more consistent, and of course you know Harvey Barnes. So who would your man be out left?
I think we're going to have anyone up left, to be honest, Mark.
Probably a bit of Timothy Castagna, I'd say, would you?
If he plays, mate, I don't know.
I think we put Pablo Fornals in there anyway. Outright, I mean, the thing is, you probably we're going up top, I suppose, with Iheanacho and Vardy. So let's just put how the rest of the attackers will say. It's between Vardy, Iheanacho, and then who's our right mid? Then Bowen and Lingard. I would go as like an attacking two up top, Vardy and Lingard. What would you say, mate?
Connor, mate. Iheanacho. Come on, Connor. Vardy and Iheanacho. Iheanacho, since Christmas, has been amazing.
Right, look, that would be it's been a good duo the last
Ronaldo.
few games. Do you feel that there's more to come from Iheanacho, do you?
Yeah, definitely. Young player. Had the hype about 2 years ago. Left City. Didn't play very well. And he's back. Playing brilliant football.
Yeah, that's possibly true. Yeah, look, it's an interesting battle tomorrow. I think the midfield will be really key. We got away with a bit against Wolves. I suppose one of the last questions as well is that did this, the collapse against Arsenal, winning 3-0, bottling it to 3-all, nearly bottling us after going 3-0 up to only win 3-2 in the end against Wolves. Do you see that as a thing away West Ham have to worry about Leicester tomorrow? Especially with the firepower that Leicester have.
Yeah, I would say so, Connor, because it means that if we do go 2 goals down, 3 goals down, we'll have the confidence to come back looking at your past results. And I think your defence, if Ogbonna's not there and Rice isn't there, I think we can really get at your defence and put you under trouble.
Yeah, that's true, man. And I saw a good fact earlier as well today, a big stat really. West Ham have the best home record this season in the Premier League of any club. Now, alternatives to that, we got Leicester with the best away record in the Premier League this season for any club. So, one of them is going to lose a bit of their record tomorrow. Now, a draw will probably keep both things up there. But before we end this as well, I think I forgot to really do my preview to start and predict the starting 11. I think personally we're going to go with the same lineup to Wolves of the 5-2-3. I would start Noble, but I would like to see Connor Coventry, maybe Adubiku on the bench, a few youth players just in case. Because why not? Nothing to lose. And if we need them something, then we're going to have them. Hopefully Ogbonna's back as well, because I'll stick him straight in for Diop. I probably will go for that. I think we could maybe put Benrahma in instead of Antonio, obviously, because Antonio's out. But yeah, look, it'll be an interesting game anyway. Score predictions, man, before you go.
I'm going to go 3-1, Connor, mate. 2 goals from Iheanacho and 1 goal from Madison.
That could be a very good scoreline, to be honest. I think it'll be a tough game. A lot's changed in September when we beat you 3-0. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Leicester, but hopefully we can do something. And I think we'll see Vardy and Madison score. And then for us, I think we're going to get a goal from Pablo Fornals. But yeah, that is the score predictions for them, and of course, the full match preview. Hopefully, you do enjoy. I'll be back tomorrow for a live watch along. Don't forget that on the channel. Big game for us. Hopefully, we can get a result. If we can't, then it'll be tough. But it all is not over. Teams play around each other. We still have favourable fixtures left, and there'll be bumps on the road yet. So hopefully, we can get results tomorrow. It'll be a tough game. We'll bring it on. One thing left to say: come on, you Irons, and see you next time.
Come on, you Foxes.